Hey everybody, it's Heiden, and I'm back with the GIGABYTE versus Heiden campaign. It's December 18th, 1941 in this one. Okay, I'm landing in the Ellis Islands right now. Manokwari on Dutch New Guinea. 016, we've been dealing with him for a couple turns. We damaged him pretty good last turn. Hopefully we can hurt him again here. Good, that's a hit. It's another hit. So we hit this thing 6 times last turn and another 2 this turn. Hopefully that drives him away. Oof. Okay, so now we have enemy subs right outside of Tokyo. So, geez, man, I'm being swarmed by subs everywhere. Okay, this is something that I had orchestrated. I noticed these 2 ships were retreating south of Pago. So I figured I would send a destroyer after them. Pretty sure we're going to be able to finish these guys off pretty good. Although they are fighting back. Let's see what this destroyer can do here. I'm pretty sure he's going to sink them both. So, one is sunk, one's heavily damaged. May not make it back. I'll take that. Yep, that got to be that one that just sank. The AP. Okay, that's me hitting the dot base in the Aleutian Islands. Nothing major there. And YGO. Let's see if we have any more sub interactions. Enemy subs are going to be a huge problem in this campaign, especially in this area because of my decision to not take out the Philippines early. So he's got this gigantic naval base to use against me. Let's see if our cap can do something to these guys. Well, looks like we shot one down. They don't get through. Okay, Hudson's hitting Bundaberg. I have troops here. And he's doing a ground attack. Okay. Okay, this looks like he's doing he's bombing something here. Okay, he's bombing the port. Okay, fine. That's fine. Interesting. Oh, naval attack out of Kwang Choang? I mean, like, that doesn't seem very smart. And they're just carrying bombs and they miss. So he's launching stuff out of Kwang Choang. And to my knowledge, they have no way of actually servicing these aircraft. Okay, cool, guys. We are landing on Luganville. Cool. Okay, this should be our last attack on the Malayan Peninsula on the west side, and that unit is completely eradicated. And that's it for them. And now this whole side is clear all the way down to Kuala Lumpur. My armor is attacking here. This is probably not going to go too well. He's got terrain here, but he also has a lot of damaged units. Let's see what happens with this. Actually, it went pretty good. We take no losses whatsoever here. And we know he's got 600 AV here, and this should buy us time until the armor catches, to the rest of the infantry catches up to overwhelm this. I'm happy with that. Okay, Japanese shock attack at Chusien. I'm pretty sure we're going to wipe these guys up pretty good. We've been chasing them for a couple turns. Yes! And we get in and we cause a lot of casualties here. Nice. Good. So, just a bunch of disablements. He takes a lot of destroyed squads, and we take Chusien. So we continue rolling up the south here. Okay. Shock attack by armored car company. Ooh, that unit's about dead. Nice. And a mixed brigade attacking here. I'm pretty sure... well, actually, I don't know how that's going to go. Actually, they didn't go very good at all for us. Okay. We may need some more help there. Deliberate attack here as we start rolling up on Sion. We should have no issues overwhelming this unit. Very nice. So 2 units are pushed back. 1's left in the hex, but that's okay. Next turn, we'll get the rest of them. And my recon regiment continues to pursue these guys towards Clonkery. Very good. This little battalion takes Emerald. Perfect. Australia's doing good. And a shock attack at Rabal. We should have no issue taking out the Lark Battalion. I hope they just surrender. They don't. It's basically dead, but unfortunately they're still alive on New Britain. And a bombardment at Shenyang. He's got a sizable amount of troops here. We're going to need reinforcements to push them out. Yeah, he actually has more AV in here than we do. And a deliberate attack at Kuala Lumpur. I'm really hoping we can finish this unit off once and for all. Please die. Ah! That unit is just hanging on for dear life, man. We cannot kill it. Okay, there's a couple dot bases we're cleaning up in the Solomons. Perfect. And Malacca. We should be able to take this. This unit has no AV in it. Come on. Just die already. It didn't help that none of my bombing missions went out, so. Okay. Vaitupu and the Alice Islands should fall. There we go. Excellent. Good. Good base expansions. Okay, let me get you guys caught up on the situation here. So here's the score. Aircraft losses today. 4 for the Allies, 1 for me. We lose 1 Mavis. He loses a P-40B, which is always good. A Hawk 75 and a 2 Dornier 24s. Top pilots, overall, our losses are acceptable here. Ship sunk last turn. We took out 2 of these APs that were retreating from New Zealand. 1 confirmed sunk, the other one we heard sink, so that's 2. Ground losses are looking really good for us right now. I've done a much better job this campaign limiting this. So Happy about that. And yeah, there's the score. Not quite 1-2, but we're working on it. Close to 1-2. All right, situation up in the Aleutians is nice and quiet. Nothing happening here. The Allies are nowhere to be seen, and that's a good thing. I'm just cleaning up some dot bases here. Not much to speak of with regards to that. Yeah, we're just going to clean all these up and hold what we got. All right, enemy submarines are operating all around here now, and that's a problem. So now we're going to have to devote some aircraft to ASW, and the problem is I don't have a lot of ASW trained pilots. So I can expect subs up here soon. I got subs down here. I got subs all over the place. I can't wait to get these pilots trained up so we can start dealing with that. Subs are going to be nothing but trouble for us. Okay, in China, this enemy corps continues moving towards us. I don't know where they're going. I hope they go into Puchang. That'd be nice. But either way, I have forces that can respond to this and deal with it. This corps here is kind of trapped. We'll kill them. We're slowly working our way towards Xi'an from two fronts. I got this front here, and then I've got this front over here. So these guys just had a battle, and we're going to attack again next turn. I got some loose fragments of enemy troops over here. They're really nothing to speak of. These armored car units are actually really good for pursuing them because these units are already bled dry with AV, and it's just a matter of cleaning them up. So I actually like to use my armored car units to chase these all over the place. So I think I've got one here, and I got another one right here. So these guys are going to shock attack, and then I'm going to use these armored car units to just get up in here and deal with these guys. All right, so we attacked this collection of troops here at north of Nanyang and took no losses. This turn we have way more, so only half of these units actually participated. So next turn we're going to do it again. And we should do well with that. These tank regiments are basically fully intact. And I have infantry following behind, quite a bit of it. All right, I'm moving reinforcements into Xinjiang because he's got a lot of troops here, and I don't have enough to take it. So I've got reinforcements on the way. We took Pinxiang since the last time you guys have been watching, and we are about to take Kukong. So I'm going to go ahead and tell these guys to go into deliberate mode. It's just a base force, so you really don't have much AV to speak of. We took Chuxian. I've got enemy troops, quite a bit of enemy troops in this area here now, but that's okay. We'll just keep an eye on them. So what I'll do is I'll have these two divisions, which are kind of beat up here. I'm actually put them and let them rest for a few turns and recover before we continue on. 17th Division as well. We'll divide them, put them into rest. We'll basically let these guys rest for a few turns before we continue on, because we need to neutralize this pocket. Enemy sub sitting in Wenchao, which is interesting. I don't know what that's about. And Wildebeest attacked my ships at Hong Kong, and I actually see this as an opportunity. It's not a bad thing. A little light damage done to the base, nothing that we can't repair. And the Wildebeests are coming out of here, and I just don't know that he's got what he needs to keep them operating here. So that's not ideal. He's got a lot of aircraft out of Nanyang, and those are attacking Hong Kong as well. So obviously I need to get some aircraft in here, and I will do that. But overall, China's looking okay. A better defense overall, and he's a lot more active with partisan activity. That's one thing I've noticed as opposed to Macho. He's got a little more coherent strategy in China right now. All right, so the last video you guys watched, I was talking about a potential calamity happening here in the South China Sea. Well, let me go ahead and debrief you on what exactly happened here. Not much. So, I do know that he's got his aircraft here at Iba. That's a problem. I'm not aircraft, but there's destroyers here, and they're basically primed and looking to launch at something in this area. We need to be careful with that. But what happened was the destroyers and the light cruisers that were around this area did absolutely nothing, and to my knowledge, retreated back to the general vicinity of the Philippines. And they're probably just still sitting here waiting for something to happen. And that's what we're just going to keep watching for. But really, it's not, you know, it's nothing I can do about it. But what I am doing now is I'm going to be escorting these convoys, any additional convoys that come through here. I have to give them armed escort as they proceed through this area, because the risk here is that, you know, they strike us. So we'll keep that in mind. But yeah, the two divisions at sea are basically already over here to Malaya. There's no issue. We're good to go. Everything's good. Everything's real good. So all that doom and gloom came to nothing. He didn't attack us, but they just kept sailing right on. Okay, not much to report in Burma quite yet. I still got troops coming up the road here. And we're working on Mole Mine. He did basically abandon Rangoon. So all of those forces retreated up into here somewhere, and I'll just let them retreat. Malaya is going okay. I really wish my bombers had flown last turn. They did not, and that is delaying me now, because we could have probably taken out quite a bit of enemy forces, but basically they got weathered out, and that sucks. But the nice thing is that we have all this armor here, and we're going to go ahead and move it down towards Kuala Lumpur for now. So all to March. And then in due time, we'll be able to start moving the rest of my troops down towards Johor Bahru. Now, if you notice here, he actually did attack across the peninsula, and we took Johor Bahru, but I had already pulled troops out of there by the time he did it. So now they're heading up here to these troops that took Mersing and Johor Bahru are heading back to Malacca to take these guys out, which just won't die. Either way, we're looking really good here in Malaya. I will be in Singapore before the end of the month. Okay, more troops just got on a Pontianak. We're going to attack there next turn. So let's go into combat mode and deliberate. Should take that without no problem. Without any problem. Okay, in the Dutch East Indies, since the last time you saw me, we've taken Ambon with no issues. That worked out great. And I have a sizable force here. Now I need to figure out where I want to go next. I do have some ideas. But yeah, Dutch East Indies is going fine. Not much to speak of here. Yeah, that's basically it. No bombers currently sighted at Cagayan. All right, Solomon's looking good. So Rabal is already up to a size 6 airfield, which is great. I'm working on the port as well. That gives us a lot of capability as far as moving ships and aircraft in and out of here. I have pretty good forces here. I've got about 27 zeros guarding the place, and a fair amount of Nels and Bettys. A lot of troops are here, a lot of fuels here. We're really having no shortages of anything. Look at the amount of supply I got in here, guys. I forward stacked this thing so good. Australia's looking nice. These guys continue to pursue enemy forces, and I think the next base we're going to take is Heiden. And from there, I don't know how much further I want to pursue, because I need this unit kind of back soon. So probably take Heiden and call it. We've taken everything from Cairns all the way down to Bundaberg. Also took this base here. It's looking good so far. Next is Marlborough, and then Brisbane. And I'm pretty sure Brisbane's going to be a bit of a fight. We need to be careful with that. Okay, this is the area where we sank those 2 APs, and the destroyer that did it is right here. Unfortunately, no torpedoes. So we have ammunition for the deck guns, but no way to rearm torpedoes at Pago, and that's okay. We just landed at Luganville, which is a very important base for me to grab early on. So we've taken that. And then I have these guys will be going into Afate next turn. That'll be good. That's another important base for us because the 50 multiplier there for Espiritu Santo, Afate and Luganville give me a lot of points that I really need. So we're going to get in there and take these very soon. Also took Vaitupu. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I did take Canton Island, and that gives me some really good spotting all the way out to Palmyra, Christmas Island, overlapping well into Pago. So this is actually a really good thing for me. So I have a lot of control of the air, and I can see what's coming for a long ways out, and that helps me. It buys me time and keeps him from flanking me from behind as we go in towards Australia. And GIGABYTE is here, just refueled, all nice and loaded up, and it's going to continue pressing on, probably to support the invasion of Port Moresby. There's nothing he's going to be able to do to stop that. And then we need to start figuring out how we get Brisbane, because I think that's going to be a problem. We need to take that base, and he's going to defend it. Nice thing is, it is sitting on clear terrain, which means it's susceptible to bombardments and things like that. But yeah, that's the turn. So sorry about the doom and gloom from the last video. It ended up being nothing. But we have to be careful because he still has ships within striking distance of anything traversing this area, and that's a threat. We need to be careful with that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this campaign. I know I'm not doing daily turn videos, but I'm going to release some as interesting things occur. I'll do some live streams to catch you up monthly. But if you don't get videos from these turns, assume nothing really exciting is happening. I'm only going to show you good stuff. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.